Hi guys, welcome and welcome back to my YouTube channel. My name is CeeChronicles and I go by that name on all my social media platforms. If you're joining me here for the very first time, guys, I post fragrance related content here. If that sounds like something that you are interested in, please do consider joining us here by clicking the red subscribe button on my page. I'd very much appreciate it if you become part of the family. To those who are returning, thank you so much, guys, for the continued support. I appreciate you as always. Welcome to a quick video of 10 dupes within my collection. We normally bring dupes here from time to time, and what prompted me to do this was when I came across two Kahila dupes within the same cleaning process, and I thought, oh, okay, maybe let me just group, the few fragrances that I may have not brought here yet, and just clue you up on what they're duping. If you've come across some of the videos, then good for you, but this is going to benefit some people that may have missed one or two videos from my video. So the very first one, guys, is going to be Paris Corner's Kahila Luxe. This has got a twin Kahila Platinum. I bought the pair, and I will try and bring the two side by side just to tell you which is which, but this is here, guys, because it is inspired or smells very close to Kahila's invite only Ember. I think it's Ember 23. If I'm getting the 23 wrong, pardon me, but it's Kahila's invite only. That is what you're going to get from this fragrance, guys. Let me give it a quick spray, but I already know what this fragrance smells like, guys. It is a complex, thick mix that is masculine leaning, unless you are accustomed to smelling a lot of fragrances. I get a thick concoction here of sweet and sour. I get boozy at the same time. You're gonna smell the sour cherry, and while you're enjoying the sour cherry, you're gonna smell dark chocolate, and then the dark chocolate kind of makes way to a tobacco. Then you get a ton of spices, then you get some cinnamon, then you get some woodiness and some nuttiness. So this is a premium quality juice, and the performance for this fragrance is beastly. When I got it, it was quite light, and I think it's because the notes, the ingredients had disintegrated. I left this one, guys, to sit and then revisited it because it went at the back of my shelf, and then I just revisited it, I think after 3 months or so, and I was shocked. This is a thick, polarizing scent, which is why I did say that if you are a woman and you are not well versed on how fragrances are taking a weird direction, then maybe you want to try this before you purchase it. But outrightly, it's going to be a fragrance that if you gift a man, that will totally get it. Beautiful juice overall, guys, inspired by Kahila's invite only. Sitting on number one, guys, is a Paris Corner's Kahila Luxe. Second on the lineup, guys, is going to be Khaid Alphasan Unlimited Edition from Latava. I'm going to give it a quick spray. So this fragrance, guys, is going to be your white and yellow floral. It's coconutty. I do get a lot of coconut in this. It's a buttery to an extent, lactonic, and it is a fragrance that if you love creamy fragrances, you're going to love this. It is also sweet and vanilla-y at the same time. This has been likened, guys, to Mancera's Cocoa Vanille. I'm going to put it at about maybe 65% similar to that fragrance, because there are a couple of tweaks there that are different. However, if you like that Cocoa Vanille DNA, then this is probably going to do it for you. They both share, the coconut, the ylang there. They're both sunny. They're both like vacation in a bottle. Where they seem to be a little bit separate and very insignificantly really is the fact that this one has citruses there and a pineapple, while Cocoa Vanille has the use of peach and wood. But to the nose, it's probably going to interpret as almost a similar DNA. So if you love Mancera's Cocoa Vanille and you're looking for an alternative, then you can as well pick this one, Khaid Alphasan Unlimited Edition. Please do take note of the unlimited part, because this one has got a black counterpart, and that one is also called Khaid Alphasan. So if you just drop it in your cart and you don't check, you might have the black one turning up. Make sure that it's a white one and it says Unlimited Edition, and it's sitting, guys, on our number 2. Third on the lineup, guys, is Paris Corner's Eternal Meadows. I have been preaching about this range from Paris Corner. So This is probably going to be one of the last videos I do of this one in a long while, okay? But I brought it here, guys, because this is your lightly green, minty, but mostly sugary fragrance. Very lightly green there. It does have a bitter cardamom feel to the nose with hints of nuttiness. I do get a pistachio from this fragrance, guys, and an uncanny resemblance to Kahili's Yum Pistachio Gelato 33. So if you are looking for a fragrance with a similar DNA, I'm not saying this is 100% dupe, but I'm saying if you love Yum Pistachio Gelato 33, you're probably going to love this fragrance, guys, because I do get a DNA there that is somewhat in the same vein. Eternal Meadows from Paris Corner. Fourth on the lineup, guys, is going to be Aziza. Aziza is from Latava, and this one, guys, is inspired by Carolina Herrera's Good Girl, the original Good Girl, guys. And this one kind of plays around with the notes in terms of proportions there. I get a fragrance that is cacao, coffee, almondy forward, and less of the tonka, which is something that pushes the original to somehow have a unisex appeal. This one gives me boss babe vibes. This one gives me feminine vibes, guys, because of that almondy cacao coffee sweet weight that it has. No, it doesn't stray from the original DNA. It keeps that original DNA, but it kind of uses the notes differently there. So don't hesitate to purchase this one thinking, oh, because I'm saying it's switched up, then it's different. I am just saying I get a heavy tonka in the original, and I do not get a heavy tonka from this, but it interprets to a similar DNA. This is elegance in a bottle. Aziza, inspired by Carolina Herrera's Good Girl. On our number 5, guys, is Pandora's Nuit the Passion. I had a full review of this one, and some of you wanted to know what Pandora is. Pandora is a subsidiary of Paris Corner. They are a dupe line that is almost in the same vein as Maison Alhambra. You know how Latava is the main house, and then they have Maison Alhambra and all these other ones. So Pandora is part of Paris Corner. This is Nuit the Passion. This is inspired by the discontinued Dior's Midnight Poison. It's duping a fragrance that's no longer very much accessible on the market. So that is a good thing, guys, to get an alternative for a fragrance that is no longer in production. So for those who like that Midnight Poison, for those who are looking for a dupe, this is going to do it for you. Cherry on top is the prices for Pandora are way less than those of Paris Corner. For some reason, this line of theirs is very, very on the affordable side. This is a long-lasting fragrance, so don't sleep on it based on the price. It is a dated rose there, gothic rose mitts, loads of spices, tons of patchouli, blended in a smoky leaning amber, that sort of thing. So this is a fragrance, guys, that has weight. It is intoxicating. It's grown to the nose. This is not a juvenile scent. This is going to come across as very mature. Patchouli works with the woods and makes this one lean, unisex, so even men can wear this. So if you're looking for value for money, then you may want to get your hands on Pandora's Nuit the Passion, and it's sitting on our number 5. Sixth on this list, guys, is Asdaf's Khaid. This is inspired by Mancera's red tobacco, guys, and it's tobacco, it's incense. There's also vanilla there, patchouli. There is some fruits there and some woods. It opens up a bit weird, even just by smelling the nozzle like this. If you went into the shop and you just put your nose on the nozzle like this, it just comes across as one hell of a strange fragrance. But it is a dry down for this fragrance, guys, that is divine. It dries down to that cinnamon caramel incensey tobacco mix, but everything there working in sync, nothing really piercing like it was in the opening. So if you're looking for an alternative for Mancera's red tobacco, then you have it, and this one's going to be affordable as well. Asdaf is a subsidiary of Latava, and they do the cheapies. Latava's already cheap. Now Asdaf goes the extra mile when it comes to affordability. So this is going to be priced way affordable. So yeah, it is a fragrance that you want to try. If you're not sure whether that DNA is going to do it for you, you might want to spray your clothes maybe 2 hours or 3 hours before you wear them, and then when you actually wear your clothes, you just jump into that enjoyable dry down. So if you are not big on that opening because it's a bit squishy there, that is my tip for you. It is sitting, guys, on our number 6. It's Khaid. 7th on the lineup, guys, is going to be Paris Corner's Eternal Musk. Now, this fragrance could very well be an original of Paris Corner, but I do get an unmistakable DNA here that is similar to Kahili's Musk 12. So if you love that fragrance, or if you cannot find that one, then this one is going to be a great alternative for you guys. It is a DNA that is so polite and very hard not to like. I did go wanting to purchase my Kahila 12, and it was out of stock, but I managed to spritz some on myself, and it was a fragrance that I kept checking online for to see if they would have restocked it, and they were just not restocking that particular fragrance. And lo and behold, while I was minding my own business, I just saw this range by Paris Corner. I had no idea that this fragrance was going to smell like Musk 12. Bought it, turned up, sprayed it, and just then and then I knew this DNA is very similar to that. It is Paris Corner's Eternal Musk, and it's sitting on our number 7. 8th on this lineup, guys, is Emir's VOX Spices, inspired by Xerjov's Ivory Root. This is what I'm gonna spray here to remind myself, but I more or less know what this fragrance is all about. And the thing with this fragrance is it tends to stick, and weirdly, it is mysterious in nature. It's a mysterious kind of scent, but it's so bold and intoxicating. It's mysterious in the sense that you can't really pin it down to say, okay, this is all rose, right? You can definitely say this is spices. This is all spices, but it's pretty heavy there, and it has a lot going on there. A little bit of smokiness, a little bit of incensiness there in this fragrance. Very winter leaning, but very complex at the same time. What my nose extracts the most from these mixture of spices is a medicinal, even camphorous leaning clove. That is what I get the most here. There's a bounce of gingerbreadness in this fragrance, okay? You're gonna get like a gingerbread feel in this fragrance. And I haven't put my nose, guys, on Ivory Root by Xerjov, but just based on this, and because this one is an inspired version, the real thing must be Atomic, because this is heavy, it's long lasting, it's intoxicating, it's plain weird. It's even very difficult to describe, but after I group myself and really pin it down to what I can bring and say to you, I'm going to bring you a full review of it. But for now, all I can clue you up on is it is inspired, guys, by Ivory Roots, and it's called VOX Spices from Paris Corner's Amir line, and it's sitting on our number 8. 9th on the lineup, guys, is Latava's Awsaf. I have to look at this one because I kept on saying Aswaf in the full review, and I did get a comment from a Sabi, correcting me that it's not Aswaf, it's Awsaf. Okay, so this is Latava's Awsaf. I'm not 100 on this one, but I do work with you guys as well in the comment section. Somebody came into my comment section. They said, see, I have bought this fragrance. I'm wearing it side by side with Victor and Rolf's Spice Bomb Extreme, and it smells identical. So the reason why I thought to incorporate it in this video, guys, is when I did a full review of it, I wasn't sure what it was inspired by. I still am not 100 because I don't have Spice Bomb with me here, to compare it to, but I just thought, no, let me bring it here, guys, and clue you up. It is a spicy, warm, aromatic scent there with hints of chocolate, tobacco, a hay-like tobacco, as well as vanilla. So if it's something that you like, then you can purchase this fragrance. And if Spice Bomb Extreme is something that you like, then you can go by that comment and just purchase it. But what I can say, about the hints that we normally get is there would be some atom of, similarity in the fragrance for somebody to come and say, it smells like this. So I would wouldn't write off that comment. I'm going to say it's a clue. You can try it based on that comment, and let me know in the comment section if you do agree with my subby that this is inspired, guys, by Victor & Rolls Spice Bomb Extreme. It's called Latava's Awsaf, and it's sitting on our number 9. The last one is Kashaf, which is number 10. I did do a full review of this fragrance, guys, and I did say, look, I was just holding up, hoping that this fragrance is going to change, it's going to surprise me, because it's a DNA that just feels like it's trying to do something. But at the end of the day, every time I spray it, it just gives me the same thing. And then I did get a subby coming into the comment section saying Latava Kasha is inspired by Lorenzo Villoresi Firenze Patchouli. All right, I haven't smelled that fragrance. I haven't come across those fragrances, but I thought to clue you up here. I did say that this the note pyramid for this fragrance is not exactly 100 with what I was smelling, and I still maintain that. Yes, I do smell patchouli, but it's patchouli that is working with a leather and bitter saffron with hints of honey and to an extent a faint caramel. So I don't know, it's also a fragrance that's quite difficult to describe, so I'm not gonna write it off, but I just thought I should just bring it here, and that's why I put it at number 10, that in case you have come across that Firenze Patchouli, maybe if you happen to come across this fragrance, you can sniff it for us and tell us if it is in line with that. But I do have a subscriber that came into the comment section and outright said this is what this fragrance is inspired by, and that is the last one on the list. It's Latava Kasha. So that's it, guys. This was not meant to be a very long video, but sometimes I've got to explain myself and it ends up being a mouthful. CeeChronicles is my name. Thank you so much, guys, for joining me today. Let's meet in that comment section where we obviously discuss more about fragrances. Which of the fragrance inspirations here would you like to add to your collection? I would love to know. Which other fragrances would you like to clue me up on so that I can possibly look into purchasing them and bringing them here for future reviews? Turn on post notifications as well. That way you get to be notified anytime I upload a video. Like and share this video, guys, and remember that smelling good is a form of good manners. Cheers.